There was a young girl named Miru, a girl known for her ambition, her discipline, and the quiet fire in her heart. One ordinary day, Miru was walking toward the bus stop, lost in her own thoughts, when something unusual caught her eye. A man sat on the roadside bench, perfectly still, except for the slight tremble in his shoulders. At first, he looked like any other stranger, but the longer she watched, the more she sensed it. Something was wrong. His breathing was heavy. He kept pressing his fingers to the corners of his eyes, trying to hide tears that refused to stop. This wasn't the cry of someone having a bad morning. This was the quiet collapse of someone whose heart had been carrying too much for too long. Miru felt an uncomfortable pull, a mixture of curiosity and concern. She took a step closer. The man was staring at his phone, not at a video, not at a message, but at a series of photos. A woman. Warm smile, soft eyes, the kind of face that carried comfort. He scrolled back and forth, again and again, in the same slow, painful rhythm. Miru's bus arrived, but she didn't step forward. Something in the air told her this moment wasn't ordinary. She moved a little closer, just enough to hear his shaky breath. After a long pause, he finally looked up and said softly, "Did something happen to you, child?" The question surprised her. Before she could answer, he gave a sad, tired smile, the kind people wear when they're trying not to fall apart. "Do you know who she is?" he asked, lifting his phone slightly. "Do you want to know?" Miru nodded, his voice lowered as if he was confessing something kept hidden for years. "She's my wife," he whispered, "and the mother of my son." He took a deep breath, the way people do when words are heavier than they look. "She didn't leave me. I pushed her away, piece by piece." Miru stayed silent. The stranger continued. "We didn't fight loudly. There were no dramatic scenes. Just little things I ignored, little ways she showed love that I stopped noticing." He blinked hard, eyes red. "She used to wait for me every evening, ask me about my day, remind me to take my medicine, leave small notes in my lunchbox, nothing big. Nothing expensive, just small acts that made me feel seen. And one day, I stopped appreciating them." His voice thinned, as if it hurt to speak. "I was busy, distant, always distracted. I told myself she would always stay, even if I didn't show up." He swallowed hard. "Last night, she finally said she's tired. Tired of trying alone, tired of loving alone. She told me she wants space, time to think. She took our son and went to stay at her mother's." A tear slipped down his face. This time he didn't wipe it. "That's why I'm crying," he whispered. "Because she's still alive, still here, but I might have already lost her." Miru felt her heart sink. He wasn't crying because of death. He wasn't crying because she left with anger. He was crying because he had pushed away someone who had been fighting for him all along, and now he feared it was too late. For the first time, Miru understood the weight of his tears. She gently said, "If someone still loves you, don't make them carry everything alone. Sometimes people don't leave because they stop loving. They leave because they're tired of not being loved back." The man nodded, as if her words had landed somewhere deep. Miru walked away that day with a quiet realization that love doesn't vanish suddenly. It fades slowly, when attention fades, when efforts stop, when appreciation dies. She learned that losing a person is painful, but losing their trust and their warmth, piece by piece, is a heartbreak far deeper. A lesson she would remember for the rest of her life.